Well, it's official. I've sold out. I've officially started making clickbait thumbnails. But anyways, so yeah. My teacher tried to sleep with me. If you've never seen my channel before and don't know how any of this works, basically I choose a topic, and whatever topic that is, I talk about that topic while I'm playing whatever game I'm playing that day. And today is about how my teacher tried to sleep with me. So this happened to me my second semester of my senior year of high school. And listen, I don't care who you are, at some point in your senior year, everyone, and I mean everyone, gets senioritis. Even the try-hard kids get senioritis. I'm talking the kids who never miss a homework assignment, have like a color-coded planner and different colored pens for each day. Like the ones who get up at fucking 5 a.m. to study for like an English vocab quiz. God, I fucking hate those kids. But even those kids stopped giving a fuck about school at some point in senior year. For me, I stopped giving a fuck my second semester of freshman year. After that point, I never gave an ounce of effort into school. I was so done with school my senior year that I literally planned out my absences. Okay, for my school in senior year, you can only be absent for a certain number of days, otherwise you don't graduate. And so when I learned this, before I even went to my first day of senior year, I had already planned out every single day that I was going to be absent. I don't really remember what it was. I'm pretty sure I was absent like once every 2 weeks. So this was basically my mentality going into senior year. But then midway through my senior year, I got accepted into a college and I got a scholarship for cross country and track. So I went from already not giving a fuck to absolutely not giving a fuck about school. I was like, why the fuck am I still here? I already got accepted into a college and had a scholarship. All I had to do in order to graduate was pass one more class. All I had to do was pass government class my second semester and I would be home free. I just wanted to walk into that class, do the fucking bare minimum, not do any homework, get a 70% and leave. But my teacher was gonna make it very difficult. So the first day of second semester, me and my friends are talking about what classes we have, and two of my friends who are also gonna go to the same college and team as me both tell me that they have the same government class as me. So I'm like, alright, bet. Okay, one thing you should know about my friends is that most of them would fuck a pile of garbage. Actually, one of my friends did fuck a pile of garbage, but that's a whole separate story. So me and my two friends are walking to government class, and as my first friend, we'll call him Anthony, walks into the classroom, he immediately looks at me and goes, sheesh, this fucking teacher is hot. First off, as I said, my friends would fuck a pile of garbage. This teacher was not hot. Like, she didn't have a bad face and she was actually thick, but she had one of the biggest noses I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, this woman looked like a fucking vulture. And for those of you out there that are like, it doesn't matter, put a bag on her face, her nose would have stuck out through the bag. Okay, and we'll call this teacher Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy was probably in her early 30s or late 20s. Anyways, I start walking to my seat and Anthony is already flirting with Miss Tracy. Class hasn't even started yet. She doesn't even know Anthony's name and he's still going for it. But anyways, not much really happens the first day other than at the end of class, Anthony comes over to me and we start talking. And then the teacher, Miss Tracy, comes over too. And Anthony starts trying to flirt again. And he looks at me and he goes, hey, Miss Tracy, don't we look like brothers? Because me and Anthony actually do look a lot alike. Like Anthony's own mother actually gets us confused sometimes. But Miss Tracy looks at us and goes, yeah, you guys do look like brothers. You guys are so cute. After she said that, Anthony was acting like he won the fucking lottery. He was so happy. He looked at me and he was like, I am gonna hook up with her. Just wait and see. And in my head, I'm like, bro, you're not gonna hook up with a teacher, bro. This isn't like a fucking porno. Little did I know that this teacher was gonna try and hook up with me. So over the next couple weeks, Anthony's try-harding with Miss Tracy. But I started to notice that she would give him less and less attention, and she started to give me more and more attention. Like literally every time she asked the class a question, she would always make me answer it. Like people would be raising their hands to answer the questions, and I'd literally be like on my phone or zoning out, and she wouldn't give a fuck about the people who were raising their fucking hands. She would just call on me every time. Okay, well this was partially because everyone in that class was fucking brain dead, and I was the only one that could fucking answer a question, but it was still fucking weird, and it got progressively worse. Like it got to a point where, no joke, I was getting called on like 40 times a day, and every time we like acted something out in class, she would always make me be the president or like the king or like whatever person had the most power. And I remember this one time we were acting something out in class, and I was supposed to be like a senator, and I was supposed to be like the leader of this committee, and for some reason after that day, she just ended up calling me senator from that day on. Like she wouldn't even refer to my name anymore. She would just look at me and be like, senator? Listen, I don't know what kind of kink she had with senators, okay? But at this point, I started to get a little sketched out. Like literally everyone in my class was like, bro, she wants to fuck. Even fucking Anthony was like, bro, she doesn't want me anymore. She wants you. And even though everyone was telling me this, I kind of brushed it off and was like, there's no way this teacher is trying to do something with me. Like that's the shit you read about and watch in the news. But then something changed my mind. So one day I go to class and we're kind of having like a free time, and she calls me over to her desk. And a little backstory, I got into a fight in middle school, and because of that, I had this mark on like the class roster. I don't know, it's basically supposed to tell teachers that like I'm a troublemaker or something. But anyways, so I go to her desk, and she goes, why do you have this mark next to your name? And honestly, at the time, for my entire high school career, I didn't know why I had this mark next to my name. And so I was like, I don't know. And she looks at me and she goes, well, we're gonna find out, aren't we? And first off, I didn't even know teachers could look at this shit. And even if they could, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to when there's a fucking student right next to you. But she didn't give a fuck. So she looks it up and she goes, it says here you got into some kind of fight in middle school. And then she looks at me and she goes, wow, I like bad boys. I was like, what the fuck is happening? But it's not over. It gets worse. Then she fucking bites her lip and goes, did you win? God damn! What the fuck, bitch? Bitch, fucking chill! At this point, I'm shocked. I don't know what to say. So I kind of freeze up. And I'm like, I don't really remember. And then she looks at me and she goes, I bet you did. Listen, I was so fucking shocked about what just happened. I just go back to my seat and I look at Anthony and his fucking jaw is dropped. His jaw was to the fucking floor. After class, he pulls me aside and he goes, if you don't fuck her, I'm gonna fuck you. That's not what it sounds like. We're both straight, I swear to God. And listen, I know some of you guys are out here listening like, are you fucking stupid? I would fuck her in a second. Listen, I am not going to fuck a 30-year-old teacher who is literally engaged. This bitch was literally engaged. I'm not gonna ruin some guy's relationship. I know porn paints this picture where it's okay to fuck your stepsisters and your stepmother, but in real life, that shit has consequences. You can't just fuck your stepsister or your stepmother. I mean, people still do, but then again, people also fuck their real mothers. Like, people do a lot of weird shit. But after that day, Miss Tracy was done giving little signals here and there. After that day, she was completely obvious, and she didn't give a fuck if the whole world knew. And eventually, I mean, every single person in the fucking school knew. People I didn't even fucking know would come up to me and be like, hey bro, you trying to fuck Miss Tracy? At this point, the fucking principal had to know. He was probably fucking cheering for me on the sidelines like, let's go fuck her, you got this. There was so much shit that she would do. Like, every once in a while, she'd pass out candy, and she'd give everyone like one piece of candy, and when she came over to me, I would get like 20 fucking pieces of candy. Okay, but this was the worst thing she did. She would come over to my desk, and she would accidentally drop like a pen or pencil and bend over to pick it up like right in front of me. And I don't mean like she would bend over, pick it up, and stand up. I mean, she would bend over and just stay there for a while. She'd do this in front of the whole fucking class. She didn't give a fuck if she got fired. So the signals are getting more and more strong and more obvious until this one day. At the very beginning of class, in front of literally everyone, she goes, Senator, can you stay after class, please? The entire class looked at me. And everyone in that class, including myself, knew what was gonna happen if I stayed after class. She was going to fuck me. And so I'm thinking, how the fuck can I get out of this situation? Even if I leave, I'm gonna have to come back and see this bitch eventually. But the next day was gonna be one of my absent days, you know, that I pre-planned before this year even fucking started. So I was like, if I don't stay after class, at least I don't have to see her the next day. And so the bell rings and I fucking booked it out of there. But listen, I got lucky as fuck, because this was when COVID first was happening and my school shut down the day after this happened. So I never went back to school. Now you think the story would end there, but it doesn't. So I graduate high school, I'm off to college, I completely forget about all this shit. I have no reason to come back to my high school other than to go see some of my friends who were underclassmen race at like the cross country and track meets. And so after I left high school, my coach was like, fuck it, and she retired. And so the high school needed a new coach. And who do you think took that job? Miss fucking Tracy. Miss Tracy knew I was gonna have to come back eventually to watch my friends race. And she was like, I'm gonna fucking be there. And I haven't gone back yet because of COVID and my high school hasn't raced yet, but eventually I'm gonna have to go back. Low-key, honestly, I respect the determination of this bitch. I might have to fuck her. That was a joke. If my girlfriend is watching, I love you. I haven't been back, so that's where the story ends right now. I mean, there's probably gonna be a part 2 in this video because eventually I'm gonna have to go back and watch my friends race. So I'm gonna end up seeing Miss Tracy again. And when I do, I'll let you guys know what happens. God, I'm low-key fucking scared. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm almost at 10,000 followers. Please get me there. But anyways, my most recent videos are popping up on the screen now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.